Every year, hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars in scholarships go unclaimed in New Zealand. With a student population of 595,000 students studying at a New Zealand-approved tertiary education institute, the ability to connect these students with these scholarships is a market which has never been explored to its full potential. Within those 595,000 students studying in New Zealand, 275,000 of those rely on financial aid in the form of study link or student allowance. This doesn't take into consideration the financial aid gifted by friends, whānau, or any other government benefit or agency. These financing means often enable a student to study in excess of 3 years full-time. Kia ora everyone, my name is Nicole and today I'm here to seek investment for Scholar Plus, a streamlined web-based platform which enables students to filter out scholarships relevant to them and their characteristics. Scholar Plus increases application efficiency by 10% by allowing students, current or future students, the ability to efficiently and effectively apply for scholarships online. 4 years ago, when I began my tertiary education journey, I knew I wanted to attend university, but I was aware that I didn't want to fall into debt in the form of a student loan. To fund my university fees, I applied for 11 scholarships in my first year, and I was unsuccessful on all 11 accounts. I was extremely dissatisfied with the application process, which saw the following years for my passion to apply for scholarships to decline. When surveying 117 students studying or intending on studying at a New Zealand approved tertiary education institute, 97% of respondents highlighted that they were aware that scholarships were available, but they perceived themselves to be ineligible for various reasons. I'm not the right social class, I'm not the right ethnicity, I don't have the best grades, or I'm no longer in my first year of study. These kind of perceptions, along with various others, were spread among the respondents. The ability to find scholarships, apply for them, and hear back from those advertising the scholarships is an area where students express their frustration and eagerness for something better to be developed. With increasing rent prices and living costs, the need to supplement tuition fees is something that is more important now than it has ever been before. So this is where Scholar Plus steps in. Scholar Plus is designed by students for students, where the main objective is to enable students to collect the money going unclaimed every year. Now you're probably thinking, so what is your market size? Globally, there are $49 billion in scholarships being awarded, where over $100 million of those are going unclaimed every year. So there is definitely an opportunity for this money to be connected with students. Within the 595,000 students studying in New Zealand, at one of the 272 training establishments, Scholar Plus aims to target a service obtainable market of 116,000. So who is our target market? Scholar Plus aims to target those intending on studying or currently studying at a tertiary provider. This target market encapsulates both male and female aged 17 to 24. Take Jasmine for example. She is currently completing a Bachelor in Screen and Media Studies. She's 22 years old and of New Zealand Māori descent. When creating her profile on Scholar Plus, Jasmine will be able to sign up through Facebook, as we've notified Facebook as an important social media tool for this generation. She will then be able to answer a set of pre-scripted questions, which will then pull all of the relevant scholarships to her and her characteristics. She is then able to apply for these scholarships online and easily access her CV and verified bank statement, which she had stored in her profile setup. The application can then be pre-filled with stored information where answers to generic questions can be added and sent straight to the scholarship provider. Timely feedback will be placed from the scholarship provider to ensure that the scholarship recipient is aware of their successful or unsuccessful nature. As Scholar Plus is still in development, the exact monetization strategy hasn't yet been refined. I have, however, devised the following strategies. Students can access the Scholar Plus platform for free with limited features, where an upgrade to the premium package will cost $4.99. With a serviceable attainable market of 116,000, Scholar Plus can profit $1,800 from 360 premium subscriptions from the first year alone, and that is half the total amount of sign-ups for the year. The second monetization strategy is to charge universities and tertiary education providers based on a yearly upfront fee. As illustrated, Scholar Plus would charge the 8 New Zealand universities $13,000 a year for access to the database. We would then charge $10,000 a year to the 16 tertiary education providers for the same access to the same database. Another option would be to charge those who are wanting to list a scholarship with Scholar Plus. This would mean that a small listing fee would be placed when they're adding the scholarship into the database. Alternatively, taking a small percentage of the overall scholarship value once the scholarship has been awarded to a student could be a form of monetisation. Although a refined monetisation strategy hasn't yet been developed, there is potential in all of the suggested strategies, where I hope to define this further through mentorship. Now you're probably thinking, well, what about competitors? As you can see, there are a number of people competing in the New Zealand market, with Scholarly representing the international market, in particular the US. What makes Scholar Plus unique is its ability to filter out scholarships that are relevant to you and your characteristics. The various additional features, such as exporting the scholarship closing date and the pre-filled sections, are exclusive to Scholar Plus and have been designed to aid the efficiency of the application process, as students have noted that they are extremely time poor. So how can Scholar Plus expand from here out? Currently, Scholar Plus aims to include the scholarships from universities and tertiary education providers. We then aim to include Step Up, Bonded Merit and Apprentice Reboot Subsidy scholarships, which relate to the private training establishments in New Zealand. We'll then open it up to external businesses such as Fonterra and any other trust scholarships which may be of interest to students. Currently, Scholar Plus is operating in the New Zealand market, and we hope to expand it into the Australian and then into selected international markets. So what am I seeking? So currently, Scholar Plus is in its development phase, and it is seeking expertise in IT and business financials. Alongside this, mentorship and further business development will allow me to further push this business in the hope that I can get it to the market in the next 10 months. If I was successful enough to win DIGMYIDEA and take out the $10,000, I would use this money to further refine particular elements within the business. A significant portion of this money would go towards coding the database, and any other remaining money would help to seek guidance in financial and business development. I ask you not only to help me realise my vision, but the vision of so many who wish to better position themselves in their whānau for the future. University can be difficult, but finding financial aid shouldn't be. We aim to allow all students in New Zealand the opportunity to attend tertiary education where financial burden doesn't impede on them, their whānau or their friends. Thank you.
Cool. I love the logo. I really like the simplicity of the design and the problem it was solving. The different the way you structured you've looked at different pricing models, and I think it's really interesting you focus on data, which can also get on-sold. I think it was a really huge piece, and the simplicity around it. So all I think it was very clear target what you're trying to do, very obviously driven. A quick thing, the other potential competitors in the space, I know there's some over in the States that obviously do it stuff as well, but outside of like more refinement that gives, I guess, more context to the people, if you launch, is there anything else that's we'll just create more, filtering layers that others could copy you, or is there anything else outside of sort of just that's a bit more special to what you're sort of doing? Like, just talk a little bit about, because it's clear at the moment you've got more depth, I guess, with the relationships and opportunities they can have, but I guess what's to stop the competitors as soon as you start popping up, just to add those into it as well. So just
that's cool. So we have things like you can export the opening and closing dates to your calendar on your phone, so you know when applications are going in and out. You can obviously store, like I said, your bank details and all that kind of thing. So currently, if you go to apply for a scholarship, you have to run down to the bank, get a verified bank slip, send that off, and it's just this process of trying to get 100 different pieces of paper to somebody. So it's trying to centralise it all, that it's already there. You fill in, pre-fill particular bits of your scholarship application, and then it's sent off. So it's just a lot easier for students. A lot faster for students, and like I said, centralised.
Kia ora. I loved your presentation.
Thank you.
And support everything that Rebecca said as well. area I want to dig into a little bit is essentially to answer, like, does it work? So by that I mean, so there's a whole bunch of money that isn't claimed. Have you done user testing to see that when people go through both, that they are in fact matched to things that they can qualify for?
Mhm.
I'm just wondering, have you tested the idea that the money doesn't get picked up because there's no one that qualifies for what it's there to support? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
So yeah, just on the user testing.
So on the user testing side, I haven't tested it just yet, but I am intending on doing like a focus group to test my mock-ups, which were in like phone format, because there was a nice last minute pivot yesterday which turned it into web based, so that's hence why that's like that. But yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. But in regards to scholarships not getting picked up, I think a lot of it's around people don't know they're available. Say there's a scholarship that I stumbled across, and it was if anyone in your family that was a woman that had been in the Navy, you get $45 a week. So that's a very odd scholarship, nobody would know about it, so it's trying to get all of these ones that people don't know about into one place and centralise it all. And because if you go to a business, say you might have to go onto the Fonterra website to find a scholarship, because it might not be listed elsewhere. So especially for maybe businesses that don't know where to go, it's kind of what I'm trying to do, get them all.
That's a really good example of the Navy one.
Yeah, it was so strange. Never thought of it.
Do you have a database or something that exists already?
No, so I've been talking to some IT guys, and they said that you can obviously pay somebody to extract what they have. You can manually input it yourself, or what I'm probably leaning more towards is getting people to input their scholarship into like a form. They fill out, they tag what the filters would be relevant to, and then it gets obviously checked on the back end by someone in my team.
I would you could also contact Philanthropy New Zealand, who I know do different, so not competitor, but they looking at this, they work to solve similar problems, and I think that would be a good collaboration there.
Oh, cool.
Based on how they're thinking about how to roll that sense too.
Cool. Thank you.
Hello, Nicole. Your idea is really clear and concise. You know what you're talking about, obviously, you've been through this. My question is around the tech that you'll use. Because obviously you'll prototype this in something like Belsummer or some
Envision
prototype online system. So have you made connections with anyone that would actually put this together for you, or are you intending to develop it yourself?
That's all right, over my head, that kind of stuff. No, so I have been talking to somebody that does website coding and coding of databases and things like that. He's given me a price. I'm not sure where it sits in the grand scheme of whether it's reasonable or not. And quite conveniently, my boyfriend is doing a computer science degree. And this semester he's coding, doing a database coding paper. And so I've been like, right, help me, can you figure this out? And he totally knows what I want. It's more the matter of getting it into action. So, I mean, there's a couple of options here.
I think she said free labour.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
that was how the first version of Figure IT was built.
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly.
So I support that approach.
Thank you.
Kia ora, Nicole. Well, firstly, I think get Scholar up and running, and then go on the circuit and teach business people how to pitch their business ideas.
Yeah.
Was it good?
That was
Yeah.
that was A+.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
We tell you for this.
Okay, thank you. I like honesty.
I'm sitting there going, yeah, this is pretty clear to me, and then I'm going, yeah, but there's a few people out there doing this, and the very next slide you put up was, this is who's doing it.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Yeah.
So well done on the pitch and the clarity and the thinking that's gone into this. I think it's outstanding. Just an observation really. I had my son's graduation last week, and we actually, as an exercise, went away afterwards. We were sitting down having lunch, celebrating with our whānau afterwards, and we pulled out the what do you call it, the booklet they give you with all the graduates in it, to count how many of the scholars, those who received scholarships, had a double banner last name, right? Because it was evident walking across the stage every time I said Edward Thomas Bentley Rolls Royce, or whatever his last name was, with scholar, with the scholarship. And so my just slight observation is a bit of a throwaway thing is the question we had over lunch was, how do we get more Māori to know what's out there and tap into this? So I think this is just a phenomenal opportunity to, if we can have it made user-friendly and the user interface and the experience is simplified, but also getting the, any other bank stuff and accounts and all that you need to make these guys' lives easier, because for a lot of our guys, our whānau, we don't even know where to go to find this stuff. It's not something that's been born into our whānau's lives, right? So we need to get over that. Okay, so look, I hope that this works for you, Nicole. I think you'll, just a question on, you touched on it with a couple of us talking about it, but what do you do next in terms of looking to build out this database? Because it's a huge database, right? And we know in a lot of cases you have to pay to get into it. But how do you access the information that's sitting there so that you can provide the line? And I'm just not quite clear on what that looks like.
Right, that's cool. So obviously the monetization for me is my next step to solve the supplier side, so how I get those scholarships onto the database. And then, yeah, I definitely want to start getting out and getting into people's faces and say, would you be interested in this? And then which monetization strategy would interest you the most? And then kind of build it, I guess, backwards from there. So if they're interested to pay a upload fee, then it will just be they upload it in through a form and it gets put into the database that way. Like I said, I have no idea how databases work, so that's a whole nother ball game for me, but yeah.
Cool. I'm just wondering, I mean, if you go to Department of Internal Affairs, I mean, they do things like this, where they might be able to provide some advice around just what this looks like in terms of flowing this through from one government, like information out, data out, DIA, and a lot of that kind of knowledge as well. So there's groups, but talk to Lily, and she's an expert in this space. But good luck, Nicole.
Thank you, everybody. It was a good time.
Go on.
All right.